affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Young. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
Hey, watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Flushed out right. Oh, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Now they try the right side here. There he goes inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's Young off play action. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Z.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fights off the defender. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw for Young. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for... He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Young off the play fake. The open man is Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is RG3. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Griffin. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's Young, eluding the pressure right. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Detroit! Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
On play action, Young. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They get it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Julius Peppers in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Griffin. Looking deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Off the play fake, Young. On the crossing route, complete. That's Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
56.
On second down, Young again. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Young working out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Lucky 56.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This time, Griffin will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He sets to fire deep, and that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for L.A. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end. And
even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's caught by Smith. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Griffin. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Griffin. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's Young on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Final play of the half. Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julius Peppers in there for the big one. Sack number 200 for his career, tying him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. On 2nd down, Griffin. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under...
Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Griffin. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Griffin. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now it's Griffin. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, look at this play call. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Young off play action. Flush to his right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. First and 10, Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now Griffin on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. RG3 scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On play action, Young. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal, This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Adam Jones, the longtime NFL corner, able to get him down. The play fake. Now Young able to power through. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Young off the play fake. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
Young working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sharp, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Young on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Griffin. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
To throw is RG3. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Chargers on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defense.